Hey fellow street lifters, today I'm gonna bring you to a competition, a street lifting competition. I'm in Naples right now. This time I'm not the one competing, an athlete of mine is competing. We just finished the preparation. Okay, so Fabio is currently my strongest athlete. This one is a very elite competition. We've got a couple guys from Spain and from all around Italy, and just the threshold to join the competition was very high this time, but we're confident. But more about the prep. So the last competition he did was in Rome 2 months ago. Tomorrow is May the 1st 2022, so 2 months ago he had a competition in Rome. Great results. He's in the 67 kilograms weight class, and he did in Rome a 27 kilogram muscle up, 71.5 chin up, then a 90 kilogram dip, and a 148 kilo squat. And total it was around something like 35 kilograms PR on the total. Insane in 4 months, and we're trying to increase that. So from the last preparation, what I always do is plan a sort of deload or intro week. I mean, usually even if it's just 3 repetitions for each movement in a competition, it's very taxing. If you haven't tried it yet, when you'll compete for the first time, you'll see that you're gonna be cooked for the entire week after that. I usually put 1 to 2 optional workouts there. From there on, it's a slow increase into another volume phase, so you're gonna start building stuff up again. A thing that I really appreciate about Fabio is his mentality, or his consistency. Guys, I've never seen anything like that from anyone. It's been maybe 7-8 months of constant training, working out 6 days a week, 9 hours of sleep, never skipped a day if it wasn't from a little pain or stuff like that. That absolutely paid off. That's one of the most, if not the most important thing, and he nails it. So lately he's been pushing some great numbers. I'm confident that we can increase the results from the other competition. By the way, he got first in the total, but also in almost every lift in the other competition. We are confident that we can make PRs in every lift, especially in dips. He did 90 kilograms in the last competition, and he already did 98 kilogram dip in training, and it was not easy. Okay, not easy, but he can push more. He can push more. So okay, I don't want to bore you any more than this. See you tomorrow with the real competition. Okay, I'm finally back home. Whew. What an event. Yeah, what an event. Naples is beautiful. I suggest you to go there. So anyway, competition is over. I'm very happy with the result. Fabio got second, and I'm super happy with the strategy, with the plan and everything. Huge progress. He got like a 21 kilo PR on his total. Okay, so I want to do a little breakdown of my strategy and what brought us to a second place, and to basically closing 12 out of 12 lifts, even if 2 weren't valid. It's a 10 out of 12, very satisfied with that, but let's break it down. So muscle up, first muscle up was with 22 kilograms, so I always start pretty safe, okay? You never know what can happen in a competition. Maybe you're stressed, maybe you're tired for some reason, so it's better to start off light. It's best not to have a specific number in mind. You can have it, but it shouldn't affect your decision. A lot of people make this mistake and then risk their entire competition just for ego, basically. Because you can say that, yeah, in training I used to do that way easily. That's not true if you failed it in a competition. It makes sense to have an opener at RP 6, 7, 8 maximum. It means that you're able to do at least 2 more reps with that weight. So if it's a grind, or if it's pretty slow, you've done a mistake. You've risked for nothing. We're going with the muscle up at 22.5 kilograms, and he bends his knee a little bit. So no rep, and I could play it safe and try that same weight again, but since I had in mind to do 27 like we did in Rome 2 months before, I wanted to try 25 kilograms first. It might not have been the best idea, but I knew that he had them easily. So he goes up with 25 and it's still no repetition because his foot moved. Yeah, something like that. The judges gave the rep valid first, but then watched the video, decided that it wasn't. And this was a pretty risky situation. The muscle up isn't that important in the total, but it still can make or break your final position. So I decided to try 25 again, and this time it went up in the right way. We got our 25 kilo muscle up. It's a bit less than what we hoped for, but not that much, and it was the best decision. Now we have chin-ups as a second lift, and I decided to go in with 65 or 66 kilogram, if I remember correctly, which is an easy weight for him, okay? He warms up with 67, 68 usually. So we go in first lift with 65 probably, and it's easy, obviously. I remember that he's peaked. So I did everything to make sure that on that day he's at his absolute best, okay? So second lift I call 70 kilograms, and that's still pretty fast. And so I had a doubt about going up to 75 or 76 or even 77. I chose to stay at 75 to be more conservative and to make sure that we got that lift. So we got our 75 kilograms, which was already a PR. It was already more than we were hoping for, and even if there could have been a bit more in the tank, that was the best decision, okay? Even if it's raw strength, strategy plays a big role in those competitions. So now we go to dips. Fabio became very strong in dips lately. Last competition he did 77, 85 and then 90 kilograms as a third attempt. In this competition we went in at 92.5, but I was sure that day would have been easy. It was an easy way, very light, very quick. So we went straight up to 100, which was already a PR on a second attempt. But I knew that he got them because he was already doing 98 as a warm-up in training, which wasn't a PR, but it was still quick, okay? It's not about the weight, it's about how you perceive the weight. I knew what he was able to do. So second attempt, 100 kilograms was still pretty quick, but it wasn't worth it raising the weight to more than 5 kilograms. So we went for 105, highest dip in the competition, tied with Torelli. We got 105, of course. I told you, he didn't fail a single lift, okay? He failed for technique, the two muscle ups, but he went up. The 105 kilograms are valid, it's a huge PR. Now finally, it's squat time. So in the last competition, he did 148 kilograms, so we went in at 133. He did, or maybe 135. He already did that in training multiple times, so it was easy. Then we went directly up by 10 kilograms, up to 145. And I consider, especially for the squat, I consider the first lift as a warm-up, as a last warm-up for the second and the third, okay? So in second, he does 145. It's a bit slower, so I choose to go to 152. At this point, I had already calculated all the totals from his competitors, and I knew that it wouldn't make a difference anyway. So he already got the third place. It was depending on another guy that could have got second, that was second, but failed the first 2 squats, and then later failed also the third, so got 0 kilograms in squats for his total, and Fabio got second. So we just to go for 152.5 kilograms. You can see it was a big grind, but it went up, so still a PR, 4.5 kilograms, 5 kilo PR, and we got our second place. And the crazy thing is, I remember where we started in September. Fabio had 20 kilogram muscle up, 62 chin up, 62 kilograms, so now we did 75, 80 kilogram dip, and now we did 105, which is insane, and 125 kilo squat, and now we're doing 150. So yeah, I'm very satisfied with it. Can't wait to bring you to our next competition. It's just in a month, so I don't expect to make that much progress in that little time, but we'll see what happens.